Okay, everybody, this is a very popular question. We have to find all x, that means real x, for which the equation above is true. So left hand side should be equal to right hand side. Now, what is this? This is actually of the form. So let me just give you this. This is of the form p of x raised to the power of q of x is equal to 1. So this is a type of equation of this form. Now when we are evaluating this, we will have to start with cases for p of x exclusively, meaning you cannot mix p of x and q of x at the same time. In other words, you cannot target p of x polynomial and the q of x polynomial simultaneously. That would create chaos. So what you have to do, you have to start by exhausting all the conditions for p of x, and then the next step would be start now with the cases involving q of x. So that is how you need to approach this question. That understanding is critical. So having given you that information, let me go and study the equation. So we study the given equation. This is our form a raised to the power of b is equal to 1. Now what are the cases that you have seen that the left hand side will produce 1? Now suppose I have a to b as -1 and b as any even integer, then that would definitely produce 1, right? So my first case would be p of x taking an even number, and in this case it is specifically exclusively -1. No other number should be in the place of the right hand side other than -1. I hope I'm making the point clear. Now with that understanding, let me move to case number 2. Case number 2 would be, say if my p of x is equal to 1, say if I take a is equal to 1 raised to the power of any number, this can be any number, this is going to be producing me 1. When I talk about any number, my field is real numbers, right? 1 squared is going to be 1, 1 to the power of 3 is going to be 1, and that is going to be true even for odd numbers. When I say odd numbers, both odd and even numbers can be placed here with different signs, positive and negative. So that is the understanding. Say 1 raised to the power of -2 will also be equal to 1. Why? Because 1 raised to the power of -2 is nothing but 1 over 1 raised to the power of 2. Is it not? And that is nothing but 1. So by this law, we can always arrive at the value of 1, no matter what number is placed over here. So having given that information, the next situation or the case that we will have to look into it is p of x equal to 1. Okay, so we have exhausted -1 and we have exhausted 1. So these are the two possible cases for the base. Now let me go to case number 3. This case comes when p of x is any number. It's not equal to -1, it's not equal to 1. P of x is any number. Now if p of x is any number, then our q of x should be equal to 0. Okay, q of x should be equal to 0. One important point I wish to mention here is my q of x should lead me to a even number that is required in this case 1. Okay, this is a must. So whatever value that you get over here, you substitute it here, it has to produce us an even number. If it's not, then we have to reject it. So coming back to case number 3, this is the final case, p of x taking any number, whereas q of x should give us or should be equal to 0. So in this case we will target q of x equal to 0. That would be the case that we are targeting here. In the above two cases, we will target p of x equal to -1 and see what q of x is producing. And concurrently in this case, in case 2, p of x is equal to 1 and q of x can be any number. Q of x can be any number. So these are the following understanding that are imperative to be set in place. So with that point, let me go to case number 1. Case number 1 where p of x is equal to -1. This would mean my base x squared negative 7x positive 11 is equal to -1, which means x squared negative 7x positive 11 positive 1 is equal to 0, which means x squared negative 7x positive 12 is equal to 0. So a is equal to 1, b is equal to -7, c is equal to 12. So x is equal to negative b plus or minus root of b squared negative 4ac divided by 2 times a. So 7 plus or minus root of 49 negative 4 times a times 12 divided by 2 times of 1. So 7 plus or minus root of 49 minus 48 divided by 2, which is 7 plus 1 divided by 2, which is 8 over 2, which is 4. 7 minus 1 over 2, which is 6 over 2, which is 3. So I get x is equal to 4 and x is equal to 3. Now the check is q of x should be equal to a even integer. That is the check. Okay, so what is my q of x? Q of x is x squared negative 3x positive 2. You put x is equal to 4, what do you get? 4 squared negative 3 times of 4 positive 2. 16 negative 12 positive 2. This is going to give me 4 positive 2 is equal to 6. Even number. Okay, so true. So this case is true. Now you put x is equal to 3. What do you get? Q of x equal to 3 is going to be 3 squared negative 3 of 3 positive 2. 3 squared is 9. 3 3s are 9 positive 2. Positive 9 and negative 9 goes off, giving us equal to 2, which is again a even number. So this check is also true. So x is equal to 3 is a solution for us. X is equal to 4 is equal to a solution for us. So 3 comma 4 is valid for the case 1. Okay, so case 1 has produced us this. Now let me go to case 2. Case 2 is what? P of x, again the base should be equal to 1. So this means x squared negative 7x positive 11 is equal to 1. X squared negative 7x positive 11 negative 1 is equal to 0, which means x squared negative 7x positive 10 is equal to 0. A is equal to 1, b is equal to negative 7 and c is equal to 10. I substitute the formula negative b plus or minus root of b squared negative 4ac divided by 2 times a. Negative negative positive 7 plus or minus 7 is 49. 4 times 2a and c is 10 divided by 2 times of a. 7 plus or minus 49 minus 40 divided by 2, which is going to be 7 plus or minus root of 9 divided by 2, which is 7 plus 3 divided by 2, which is 10 divided by 2, which is 5. 7 negative 3 divided by 2, which is 4 divided by 2, which is 2. So x is equal to 5 is one value and x is equal to 2 one value. So we go for q of x. Now in this case, p of x is equal to 1. Q of x can be any value, right, as I mentioned to you. So it does not matter. So we drop this. So clearly the solution is going to be 2 comma 5. So far case 1 and case 2 have given us the following solution. What are the solution? 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 3 and 4 is here. 2, 3, 4 and 5 is over here. Now there is one more case we have to check. Case number 3, q of x is equal to 0. So case 3, q of x is equal to 0. So we will have to check that. So this is x squared negative 3x positive 2 is equal to 0. So a is equal to 1, b is equal to negative 3, c is equal to 2. X is equal to negative b plus or minus b squared negative 4ac divided by 2 times a. This is negative of negative 3 plus or minus 9 negative 4 times a times c is 2 divided by 2 times of 1. So 3 plus or minus root of 9 negative 8 divided by 2, which is 3, plus or minus, this is going to be root of 1 divided by 2. This is 3 plus 1 divided by 2, which is 4 over 2, which is 2. 3 negative 1, which is 2 over 2, which is 1. So 1 and 2. So this is the value we have. X is equal to 2 and x is equal to 1. And already we got 2. So we can drop that. X is equal to 1. So what is this case exactly? This case is p of x can be any number. Okay, so it does not matter. So the solution is, therefore, the solution is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is the final set of values that are producing us the given system. So this system will be true for the given solution set. So thank you everybody. Please like, share and subscribe.